Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about fixed capital. What is fixed capital and what are the factors which affects the fixed capital of a business enterprise. So let's begin. What is a fixed capital? By the name itself, fixed capital is the capital invested in fixed or permanent assets of the company. You know what are the fixed assets or permanent assets? Like you can say land and building, plant and machinery, furnitures, etc. And fixed capital is also called as block capital. Now you will say why it is called as block capital? It is called as block capital because it is blocked in fixed assets for a long period of time. If you are purchasing fixed asset, then your amount is invested for a longer period of time. Therefore, it is raised through long-term sources. How can we raise fixed capital? Through long-term sources, like you can say shares, debentures, long-term loans and retained earnings. So this is fixed capital. Now, what are the factors which affects the fixed capital of the business organization? The first factor is nature of business. It is very important for a business enterprise to understand what kind of business they are going to. Like for example, a manufacturing enterprise or any public utility concerns, like you can say railways or you can say any like transportation and all, they require a larger amount of fixed capital as compared to your, you can say, trading concerns or commercial concerns, because in manufacturing enterprises you need large machineries or big machineries, big you can say vehicles. So these require higher amount of fixed capital than the concerns like trading or commercial concerns. Next is size of your business. What are the scale of operation of your business? For example, a large enterprises require higher amount of fixed capital than a small enterprise, because in the you can say large firms, for example you can say Tisco, it is a very big manufacturing industry and it operates on a very large scale. Its operation is also very large, so they require higher amount of fixed capital than the small mini steel plants which is located in the Adityapur industrial area. So any large concerns, any concerns which have high scale of operation, they require higher fixed capital than the small concerns. Next is the nature of product. It is very important to understand what kind of product you are producing. A company manufacturing consumer goods. Consumer goods are those goods which are used for the consumption purpose. For example, you can say toothpaste, creams, pens, etc. They require smaller amount of fixed capital than the manufacturing industries which manufacture heavy and you can say heavy industries, capital goods like machinery, plant, refrigerators, cars, etc. So, and companies which are producing consumer goods require small amount of fixed capital than the manufacturing concerns which manufacture heavy machineries or you can say capital goods. Next is your methods of production. Methods of production is basically what kind of production you are using, like what kind of production techniques you are using. If a company is using capital intensive technique, you know what is capital intensive technique? Capital intensive technique are those techniques where heavy machineries or you can say tools and equipments are used in a larger amount than your labor. So if a company is going for capital intensive technique, they require higher amount of fixed capital as compared to the industries which are going for labor intensive technique. Next is your diversity of product line. Now what is diversity of product line? Diversity of product line means if a company is producing variety of products, okay. So a company manufacturing multi products will require large amount of fixed capital as compared to a business unit manufacturing a single product. So this is diversity of product line. More number of products, more fixed capital. Less number of products, less fixed capital. Sixth is your mode of acquiring fixed asset. Means how you are going to purchase your fixed asset. This matters a lot. If a company is going to purchase the machineries on the cash basis, like cash देंगे, machineries लेंगे, तो they will require huge amount of capital. You can say fixed capital. But on the other hand, if a company is going to purchase it on a higher purchase basis or installment basis or on lease, they will need less amount of fixed capital. So cash basis, more fixed capital. On lease or on higher purchase or on installment, they will need less fixed capital. Next is your intangible assets. What are intangible assets? Intangible assets are those assets which cannot be seen or touched. If a company is investing more amount of money in acquiring goodwill, patents, copyrights, which are intangible assets, they require huge amount of fixed capital than the company who is not investing that much money in acquiring these intangible assets. So that's all. This is fixed capital and the factors affecting fixed capital. Next topic which we will be dealing in our next video will be working capital, your types of working capital and the factors affecting working capital. So thank you.